There have been delays to the start of the Commission of Inquiry into allegations made by KZN Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. The Ad Hoc Committee in Parliament is pushing ahead. Last week, the committee met to agree on the terms of reference, but also to look at other procedural matters. Molapi Soviet Lekganyane is the chairperson of the Ad Hoc Committee and joins us live now. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. The terms of reference out of the way, still, of course, some work to be done there, but much of the work has been done. Briefly tell us then, what happens next and when do you begin to call your witnesses?
Good evening, Bongiwe. Good evening to you and your viewers. I think you are very accurate in your report. You remember last week Friday that the committee finalized the terms of reference, and there is a technical committee which supports us, which ensures that all the procedures are adhered to. And when we closed our meeting on Friday, we instructed them to go and initiate contact with the witnesses. We have identified the first five, or the first set of witnesses, which is the top leadership of the SAPS. That is the list that, the preliminary list that the committee has agreed on, that General Mkhwanazi must be the first to appear before the committee. And then he will be followed by the police commissioner, because he's the accounting head of that institution. And the minister who was there will be third on the list. And General Sibia, the deputy commissioner, is a senior ranking official whose name was also mentioned. It's fair that he must be given a chance to also come and make a presentation. And then that set will be completed by the current minister and his deputies. What the technical team is doing, Bongiwe, is just to secure appointments with those figures that have been agreed on by the committee. So after their presentations, because we shall by then have spoken to the leadership of the SAPS. We are taking an institutional approach. We'll start with the SAPS.
Okay.
After SAPS, we will decide if we go to crime intelligence, or we go to the NPA, or we go to IP or justice or whomsoever. So with the SAPS, just to conclude, once we have listened to the top echelon, if there are names of any witness that will emerge from the presentations which the first set of witnesses would have presented, the committee will then agree on the sequence on how they will be invited until we exhaust the whole of the SAPS and then move to the next institution.
So then, when it comes to, of course, as you say, that latter part, right, speaking to flexibility, as we heard from the committee sitting, but there could be issues of classified information that do come up. And this is something that as a committee you deliberated on, and you said that now you need to see how you chart a way forward, because some of the laws of Parliament may not necessarily allow you to maneuver here. So have you found a way with the technical committee as to how are you going to deal with classified information?
We're a committee of Parliament, and Parliament is led by the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker and the Chairperson of the NCOP. So the minimum agreement that we have reached is that, number one, we don't have powers to amend any law or any policy that is in place in the country. So we will do anything within the framework of the law or the policy framework that is there. Where we experience difficulties, the Speaker, as the head of the institution, is the one who is empowered by that relevant policy she can request or make applications to the relevant authorities to make those documents available. And we will wait with her to hear what their responses are. And if their responses are not favorable, obviously the legal team that we have will then advise us on what the next step will be.
So when it comes to the witnesses' protection, how is that going to work?
There are authorities that provide those services. So it's the responsibility of the head of our institution to make sure that proper arrangements are made. Let's say, for instance, there is a witness who needs protection. Obviously, there is a procedure which is outlined. Parliament can't provide protection. It's not our competence. But the leadership of Parliament must make sure that the relevant authority is informed that there is Boindiwe elsewhere who will need protection, and please make sure that the services that she needs are provided for. In the same way as, let's say there is a person who is incarcerated and you want the person to appear before the Ad Hoc Committee.
Yeah.
We are not correctional services. The Minister of Correctional Services and the head of that department of the Commissioner of Correctional Services are the ones who know how a person in that position would before the Ad Hoc Committee. So they must take all precautionary measures.
Yeah. So
Yes,
quick one before I let you go, a very quick one,
Okay.
because you speak about the legal team, right? There was, strong support within the committee that you need to bring out maybe external legal counsel to be able to help, some external expertise. Have you concluded on that?
That has been concluded, yes.
Okay, and are you going to have legal expertise from outside Parliament?
No, we are far advanced. I mean, that process has been concluded. We are just waiting for the technical team to finalize the appointment with the witnesses, and then we call a committee meeting. We introduce the person or the expertise that has been contracted, and then we also announce the date of the first appearance.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So let's see then.
Now, just to leave it, we are waiting for the confirmation of General Mkhwanazi when he can appear before the committee.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that piece of information there. To end off the conversation, you heard from the Ad Hoc Committee. They're now waiting for the KZN Provincial Commissioner to confirm his attendance, and then we can be able to get a date as to when exactly will this Ad Hoc Committee start. That was Molapi Soviet Lekganyane. He's the chairperson of the Ad Hoc Committee there that's probing those allegations.